centrifugal pumps don't work like that. Okay, if you just get some airlock in them, they don't work. So this is why you're priming it so that everything will work properly. Then there is a repeating block. Does that make sense? And so then the repeating block gets repeated as often as needed. That is a general loop, right? But if you want a while loop, the first thing that the while loop has to do is to test the condition. Okay? It's basically the condition for stopping. It's either a continuation condition or the termination condition. Either way, the loop condition has to be the first thing in the loop. So now, what is the first thing here that I'm doing in this repeating block? I'm reading a character. Am I checking for termination? No. Okay. So then, what should be the first sentence statement of the loop?
If the character is a period.
Yeah. So this has to be the start of the loop. Does that make sense? Okay. So I can write it as while character is not equal to period. That's okay. That's not the problem. Okay. But the thing is, this has to be the first statement, which means that the loop is now this. Does that make sense? You see what I did? I shifted the repeating block down one so that the first condition is the loop test condition. Okay? So I can stick that into my diagram. Okay? Which means now that to prime the loop, I have to do two things. You understand that? So if it's a while loop, the priming requires two things. Okay? It requires setting the counter to 0 and reading the character. Okay? Because if you haven't read the character, you can't check the exit condition anyway. Okay? Is this alright? Yes, it's alright because any input will contain at least one character. Does that make sense? Everyone okay with that? So let me just ask you one other very important question. You came up with these test cases, right? So when you are doing these test cases for this kind of a loop for processing an input stream, there is a very important test case that you should never forget. The shortest possible input. What is the shortest possible input in this case?
Just a period?
Just a period. It's a completely valid sentence.